Hello there, my YouTube family. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a few days since I have been on with you, and I do apologize. It's a busy time for me, it's a traveling time for me. And thank you so much, those of you who have continued to write, continue to comment, and email me. I really appreciate you, and those of you who sometimes travel with me in the different places I go. I thank you so very much. And in the midst of my busyness and traveling, you are still writing me, you're still asking questions. And one of the questions you're asking is, why does the narcissist treat the person that is so close to them, the one who's doing everything for them, sticking by them, standing with them? Why do the narcissists treat them so bad? You say, I don't understand, especially when I see the way he is to my family. I see the way she is to her friends or other people. So why do they mistreat me when I'm the one standing with them? I'm the one who's going through with them. Why am I the one being devastated? Why can't they value me? Why can't they appreciate me? You know, in a narcissist relationship, when you understand the traits of the narcissist and how they are, the narcissist is, when it comes to the emotional realm, for many narcissists, it's very difficult for the narcissist to display emotions without ulterior motive. Usually, there's selfishness involved. And most narcissists find it very difficulty for loyalty unless it benefits them. So the reason the narcissists treat those who are the closest to them, and they treat them real bad. Well, first of all, when the narcissist was love bombing you, many people said the narcissist is very selfish. You know, all they talk about is themselves. Yeah, except in the love bombing. In the love bombing stage, they're not talking about themselves. In the love bombing stage, they are thinking about you. They're thinking about every word you say. They're very detailed, very extensive in the way they're listening, in the way they're paying attention. They are gathering material, and they are sponges. They are walking file sponges. And everything that you say matter. Everything that you say is important. And so what the narcissist does is he gets all into you. She gets all into you. So the love bombing stages is very tremendous. And when the love bombing stages, the narcissists get close to you. The narcissists understand you. The narcissists understand your temperament. The narcissists understand your rhythm. They even understand your cadence, how you are. They understand your triggers. They get into your historical facts. They get into those things that please you, those things that dissatisfy you, those things that brought you to the place that you are. And they are very attentive. During this phase, the narcissist is the person that you want them to be. And they're the person that you dream of. They seem to be so perfect. Well, the narcissist knows that they're not going to be able to keep that up for a while. They know that that mask is going to fall off. And when that mask fall off, 9 times out of 10, you are not going to like the true person that they are. And see, when you are with the narcissist and that relationship is ongoing, and then the masks fall off and you decide to stay, you decide that we're going to work this out. I see a different side of you that I didn't know that was there. Sometimes it can be kind of scary, and people still don't back off. They show you their rage, they show you their anger, they show you their impulsive jealousy, repeatedly, they show you that they are even competitive, and they fail to acknowledge all of your accomplishments because they do a comparative analysis. And when they're comparing you to them, you even notice that the narcissist may have some insecurity about them when originally they seem so confident, so poised, and I mean so strong. But when the mask fall off, it's different. One of the emotions that they display is anger. And that displayed anger is easy because you can just pop off and you can build a wall. You can build a defense. And so when the mask drop off the narcissist is watching your reaction to the mask fall off. And the narcissist is probably humiliated that you are seeing them like that. And if you see them in a vulnerable stage, the narcissist does not want to appear vulnerable. They always want to appear in control. They want to appear that they got it together. They want to appear the most intelligent, the most handsome, the most influential, the most productive. Whatever they do, the adjective is to be superimposed above the regular, because the narcissists feel that they are above the normal person, that everyone else is beneath them. Well, now you see the narcissist and you see some things you don't like. And 9 times out of 10, when you see them, you start to challenge them. And the narcissist is looking at you like, who are you to challenge me? And you are challenging them, questioning them about what you are seeing. The narcissist doesn't like that. So the narcissist will not appear vulnerable to you. So in order to counteract that, the abuse come in, the belittlement come in, the devaluation come in, the ghosting come in. They gaslight you. They go to any extent to throw you off balance, because you being off balance and acting less than what you are make them feel above you, and they place themselves in this grandiosity again, because now you are hurt, now you are crying, now you are wounded. But they got in so deep doing the love bombing until you don't want to risk losing them. And you may even find that in the midst of abuse, you find yourself still holding on. You find yourself still trying to make it work, because it's almost like the crack high that you hear us talk about. You know, when the narcissist love bomb you, that love bomb is to get you as addictive to them as possible. They're going to become everything you ever want, because in the love bombing stage, remember, it's the reflection of who you are that you fell in love with. Because the narcissist, it doesn't matter how long you be with the narcissist, the masks come off and they always seem to change. The narcissists go through character activations during the relationship. Their character is changing constantly. That's why you're looking at them and you are sitting at the table and they're walking past you and you're looking at them. You've been with them for 5 years and you're like, who is that? Because every now and then they change. They come in with a whole character mode. They come in and they, 1 minute they're this, they're almost like they're bipolar. And you're wondering, is something wrong with them? Are they psychopathic? What is wrong with them? It's like they're out of touch with what they just was in. They're out of touch with the last reality that they walked in. They're out of touch with the last conversation that you just had with them, with the last expression of love, the last expression of emotion. Well, all of this, the narcissist will not bow to that. And the narcissist want to make sure you think you are in control, because when you challenge the narcissist or you refuse to be in certain arenas and you said, I'm just not going to do that. That is too much. That is crazy. And I'm not going to do it. And I done had enough of that. Well, the narcissist It's saying you don't have enough of nothing because I'm in control here. I'm better than you. I'm more sophisticated than you. I'm quicker than you. And you need to feel privileged that I'm still here, because the narcissists believe that the love bombing they did was enough to keep you hooked, was enough to keep you there, was enough to keep you hanging in there, was enough to keep you where you know that I really can't do without them. So you're willing to compromise at any extent. And when you do that, you can compromise and you can give in to the narcissist. He's mad over that. She's mad over that. And then when you resist them, boy, that they're really mad. So you can't win for losing, because the narcissist mask fall off. And sometimes most narcissists are in the state of confusion of who they are, even though they know who they are. They keep having this empty feeling, trying to fulfill themselves, because you got to remember, most narcissists, they're traumatized through some kind of trauma that they went through life, or they were the golden child and their life was taken over. Some traumas come because the narcissist didn't have a right to who they wanted to be. That was decided by one parent or both parents, and both parents decided what they wanted to do, where they wanted to be, and the parent decided who was going to be in their life and who was not going to be in their life, and what they were going to do. So they ripped them of their life, just totally stole their life away. And so this narcissist, once they understand and they grow older, manipulation become a sanction for them, a safe haven. And so even with manipulation in the relationship and anger in the relationship, you'll find that their abuse is encompassing with the anger, with the manipulation. And once the narcissist get you down to where they think you should be, then you notice that the narcissist is happy. They seem to relent. They back off a little bit, like a little dog, to let you know that, okay, you where you're supposed to be. Just stay there and don't come out. And you will find that this conditioning process, it puts you in these limitations. It puts you in these walls. And when you are in these walls and you're not creative, you're not expressing who you are, you find that alone is mental abuse, because you start to lose your person like they lost their person. But when they lost their person, they became the narcissist that they are. And when you lost your person, you became enslaved into that relationship. You find that the relationship is not so fun. It isn't free. It's work. It's draining. And it's always something else that you need to do. It's always something that's not right. It's always a fight, flight, or fright. And you're finding yourself with the 3 F's. And you're going through this every single day. And you looked up and you was only in the relationship for 6 months. But now you looked up and you are in the relationship for 10 years. 10 years of your life have went by. 15 years of your life has went by. Children have come into the relationship, and you will find that your whole existence has changed, and you're the one with the narcissist. But the narcissists know that you know something about them that nobody else knows. And that's why when you talk to them about him or her with your parents, they don't have the same story. Your friend don't have the same story. And so they are wondering what's wrong with you, because this guy is so great. This woman is not only beautiful, she's intelligent, and she's there with you. And then if they keep being around them, the family would know those little slip moments, those little sliding moments. And the more people that know the sliding moments of the narcissist, those little slip moments, you get more abused. They abuse you for what other people know. They abuse you when the masks fall off in public. When the narcissist got angry and they wanted to keep their cool, but they were angry. Maybe they went to a party and they didn't get all the attention they wanted, and you got some attention. So now they are in attack mode and they attack you, and they didn't mean to attack you, to the point where they were discovered not to be as charming and as nice as they were. So that slip phase. And so now the narcissist take it out on you, because if you had not done this, then I would not have done that. If you had did what you supposed to, then this wouldn't have happened. So the narcissist goes into the blame game. And not only are you abused and you're the closest with them, and even after that, you try to reconcile. Even after that, you try to negotiate. You try to negotiate the terms to find out how you all can go to a happy medium now, how we can negotiate and bring things back online. How can we become happy again? How can you want to stay again? Because a lot of time the narcissists use this to run off. You know, they want to go and cheat anyway. And so they use this to run off. And they say, you know, I can't stay here because you're just making me this, or you're trying to control me. If you had to listen to me, this wouldn't have happened. And you were saying, but what did I do? I'm standing by you. I'm with you. And they said, no, you're not standing by me. You're smothering me. You don't give me the freedom. You're trying to take over. You're trying to take advantage of me. And the next thing you know, the devaluation continues. When you know the narcissist, it can be dangerous, because the narcissists feel handicapped when you know them, and they try to manipulate and they try to hide behind another mask. But it doesn't matter what display. When they look in your eyes, because just like the love bombing, they looked in your eyes. They saw the dilation of the eyes. They saw your pupil when you saw them. They saw when you were so happy to see them, and they could see it in your eyes. They saw the glow when you was with them. It's like a pregnant woman. You start glowing to be around them, and all of your friends notice, and the narcissist notice too. I did a video talking about that glow zone that you enter into. Check out some other videos that I've made. If you have questions, go through my category of videos, because a lot of times I may have already answered a lot of your questions and redid some videos where I take and extend the answer and to give you more information with the answer. So the abuse come because you're starting to know the narcissist. The abuse come because when the narcissists hide, you're finding out all of their hiding places. And then the character zone, you can recognize the character. You can recognize the role play. You can recognize when things are not authentic. And the narcissists find it very difficult to hide. So in order not to hide, the narcissists abuse. The narcissists become destructive. The narcissists become angry, and they are angry at you for knowing them. And it's really them. It's all of that rage, all of that emptiness on the inside, and they are craving to be loved. They are craving for the freedom. They are craving for the inner voices to not be so tumultuous on the inside of them. And you are looking at them, and they're reading your eyes filled with question, and sometimes they can see the regret in your eyes. And the narcissists count regret as rejection. You are thinking, if I had a listen, I wished I had obeyed all those red flags. And then when you listen to these videos, and these videos enlighten you to exactly what you're experiencing and what you're going through, and you're thinking, that is what I'm going through. That's exactly what it is. And all of a sudden, and sometime I did when the supply has had enough. Check out that video. Or when you discard a narcissist, check out those videos, because when some of you are finally had enough and you want to go in a discard, you have to use wisdom when you're leaving the narcissist, because the narcissists count that as rejection and abandonment. And the narcissist will go into a rage. And sometimes when they cry and they're acting like they are really sorry and repentant of what they've done, and they're really not. It is to hoover you back in. Why? To bring bring you to another level of abuse. Because how dare you think that you can leave me? And the narcissists don't think you have the power to leave them, because the love bombing was supposed to be so good, so extensive, till they rooted your love with them. They rooted you so with them until you can't see yourself doing without them. And you start thinking that's the best thing I've ever had. And the narcissist will make you feel like even if you get someone, you will never get someone else like me. You will never find someone like me. And we're going to do a video when moving on is in charge and looking back isn't. And so when you move on from the narcissist, it is a tremendous injury to the narcissist. And so the narcissist abuse because you have caught them in a vulnerable place, or you have started to gain strength and you shock the narcissist with the momentum that you've gained. And the reason the narcissists, like the primal supply, get the worst treatment. But when the narcissists want to gift them, they get the best gifts, but they get the worst treatment. Why? They get the most time with the narcissist, which means the narcissist will be revealed, the mask will fall off. It's hard for the narcissist to role play, even though they do it, even after 20 years, after 30 years. Some of my clients, the narcissists, they've been married for 30, 40, 50, some 160 years. And after 60 years, they are still going through some of the challenges that they went through in the younger years. And then when they've had enough, but look, 60 years, you're 80 years old, you're 85 years old. What are you going to do? You want to start life over? It's hard sometimes to build a new relationship at 80 years old. It's not impossible, but it makes it a little more difficult at 80 years old. And so what happens is the narcissist, when there's nowhere to hide, when you've taken all their closet space and you turn the light on in their closet and the narcissist can be seen, it's like putting a rattlesnake in a corner and turning the lights on. You can be bitten. Why do the narcissists mistreat those who are closest to him? You said it in a nutshell. They're the closest to him. When you're around someone, not only did the narcissist get to know the supply, but the supply got to know the narcissist. And not only did the narcissist train the supply, but the supplies that the narcissist has is training the narcissist. The reason the narcissist has a persistent behavior, a consistent behavior, because these different emotional experiences that they've had with the supply has taught them that when I do this, this is the response. And when they get a pattern of response, the narcissist knows how to trigger, and they trigger that supply. And usually, unfortunately, when you get into the emotional realm, it usually works until you gain power of your emotions and you don't allow your life to be lived or ran by emotions. Well, I hope I've answered your questions, and thank you so much for writing me. That was an excellent question. And in other videos, when I did the different sources of supply, I talk about that, the primal supply, what happens with the primal supply, and why they go through so much. And that's why you're going through so much. You got more time than anybody else. You spend more time with the narcissist, and you are there with the narcissist. And the narcissist is making you pay for their presence, pay for their time, pay for whatever emotion that you get out of them, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you sad. The narcissists have an accountability for that. And that's why you're going through, because you're the closest. And close contact means just that. You get the contact with the narcissist. And a lot of times when the narcissist is fighting within, he's definitely going to fight without. Make sure you write me at destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. Destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. And keep the questions coming. Keep writing me. Keep the comments coming. Thank you so much. Those of you who want sessions with me, I'm in town for a while. Please feel free to write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com, and we can discuss the terms of those sessions. I appreciate you and I value your time so much. And as always, it's a pleasure to spend this time with you. And remember, the closest you are to the narcissist, a lot of time, the most abuse you will receive. Thank you for being with me. I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much, and God bless you.